Hi, I'm Tim and I'm here to tell you how to play a game I like to call, because it's the name of the game, Mean! Inside your box you will find an instruction sheet, 4 gameplay quick guide cards, and 2 decks of 54 cards each. The setup of Mean is slightly different depending on the number of players. For 2 to 4 players, you'll need 1 deck. For 5 to 8 players, you're going to need the second deck. Shuffle them all together. For this example, we're going to be using 1 deck and 3 players. Once your deck is all shuffled up, you'll be starting by dealing out 4 punishment piles in a diamond formation, like so. Each pile will have 2 cards face down and 1 face up. This middle bit is the play area. Next, we want to deal out 4 cards to each player, and the remaining cards are placed near the punishment piles as the draw deck. Now the aim of Mean is to clear your hand before your opponents do, but only once the draw deck has been depleted. To start the game, the dealer goes first and play resumes clockwise. At the start of each player's turn, as long as there's cards in the draw deck, the player must draw first to make sure they have 5 cards. If you already have 5 cards or more, you don't have to draw. If you're the first player or you're playing on an empty play area, pick any card you wish and place it in the play area and determine the card direction for the next player. And then your turn is done. Card direction can either be going up or going down. Going up means that the next card played must be equal to or greater than in value than the last card played. Going down, it's the opposite. Equal to or less than in value than the last card played. Cards don't need to be played sequentially, and you can play multiples of the same card, but no more than 4 of a kind can be played in the play area. Once 4 cards of the same value are played consecutively, all the cards in the play area are cleared and moved to the graveyard. They don't come back, they're dead. The player who put that 4th card down goes again without drawing first. If on your turn you're unable to play after drawing, you must collect 1 of the punishment piles of your choice and end your turn. If you can play a card on your turn, you must play it, even if it's a really nice card that you want to keep. Too bad. Play then continues. So remember, pick up to 5 if necessary, play a card that matches the card direction. If you can't play, pick up a punishment pile and end your turn. When and only when a player needs to pick up a punishment pile and there aren't any, simply pick up the play area's cards, give them a quick little shuffle, and deal out 4 new punishment piles. Any remaining cards go straight to the graveyard. Now, if the play area cards are insufficient, we'll use the draw deck to supplement. If there's not enough cards in the play area and the draw deck combined to make 4 complete punishment piles, try to make as many punishment piles as possible, and this last pile has less than 3 with the top card face up. If the play area and the draw deck are both empty and a player needs to pick up more punishment piles than exist, that player just needs to pick up what is available, which could be nothing, and thank their lucky stars. When the draw deck is completely depleted, you're in the end game. And the first person to clear their hand wins Mean. And gameplay can continue until 1 person's left remaining. But remember, if the last card you play is an 8, you lose! Now let's talk about the special cards in Mean. They each have identifiers on them, so you don't have to remember what every single one of them is. And there's also a description on the back of the quick guide cards, if you forget. 1, 3, 10, and 12, these special cards override the current card direction. Playing a 1 or a 3 will change the card direction to going up, and playing a 10 and a 12 will change the card direction to going down. If the card direction was already going down and a 10 and a 12 were played, it wouldn't change anything. 8 is a delightfully wicked card that when played forces the player to swap hands with another player of their choice. If an 8 is played and it clears the play area, The players must swap hands before that player goes again. But here's the most important part. If you end your turn with your last card and it happens to be an 8, you lose. Our next special card is a wild, which can be played as any playable card, except another wild. And that's because it must have a value. And it will also take on any special powers of any other special card that you designate it with. For example, if I played this wild as an 8, I would then swap hands with another player of my choice. If I played this wild as a 1, I would change the card direction to going up if it wasn't already. You can't play wild with another type of card from your hand. I can't play a wild and a 7 and say that these are 2 7s. But I can play 2 wild cards and say that they are 2 7s. Once the wild is played, it retains that value. So the next player, for example, might put down 2 7s on these 2 7s. 4 7s are put down, and that clears the play area. The next special card is the namesake of our game. It's the mean card. And like all the other cards, a mean card has a value of its own. In this case, it's a 6. So you can only play a mean card when a 6 is valid. When a mean card is played, the next player must do one of the following 2 options without drawing first. Number 1, if they can, they must play another mean card from their hand. Number 2, if the player cannot play, they must collect the same number of punishment piles as the number of mean cards at the top of the play area. So for example, if I was to play a sneaky mean card, the next player would then, play another mean card, and then the next player would play another mean card. If I can't go, I would have to collect 3 punishment piles. But I have a sneaky mean card that I held on to. So that's 4 mean cards, that clears the play area, and the unlucky next player would take 4 punishment piles. And I get to go again! If this video wasn't clear and you still have questions about how to play, be sure to check out the FAQs on the Mean website, read the instruction pamphlet, and don't forget the Gameplay quick guide for a nice refresher. And that's it. Good luck! And remember, there are no friends in Mean.